Hi guys, I thought I'd make a video on WeBuyAnyCar.com. For those of you that don't know, this is a company here in the UK that are heavily advertised on TV for buying cars. Basically, if you've got a car to sell, you put your details in online, they give you a price, you take it to their office, they'll inspect it, give you a new price, then you sell your car to them if you want to. What I'm going to talk about is the price they offer you online compared to what you actually receive. I've always been sort of interested in this, and basically my girlfriend had a car to sell because she got a company car with her new job. We had a 60 plate 2010 Ford Fiesta. So we put the details in online and they give you a price. They will then email you literally every day because that price is valid for 7 days. If you make an appointment within 7 days, you can go to one of their offices. If you don't, after 7 days, they'll send you another email saying, you know, send off for another valuation online. When you do that, it sometimes comes out a bit less, sometimes comes out a bit more. She wasn't quite sure if she wanted to sell the car, so we sort of put the price in about a month ago, the details, sorry. Got a price, I think it's around about 2,800. Then we did it again and it was say 2,750 or something like that. Then it went up to 3,000. Keeps going up and down a bit. But basically she decided she did want to sell the car, so the latest price we got was 3,165. Now the price, when you put in your details, they ask you for things like the car details, the age of the car, the condition, the mileage, have you got the 2 keys, has it got full service history, number of owners, do you have locking wheel nuts and that sort of thing. I didn't have the details on me, so I just wanted a rough guide, so I put in the details. I thought it only had 1 previous owner, but it did actually have 2. So I just wanted a rough guide of how much they give you. So they said 3,165. So I thought, great, you know, so we booked an appointment. They're open most days of the week. There's quite a few offices around the country. So we booked our local one on a Sunday. Took the car up there. Obviously you've got to have a ride home or an Uber or whatever. So if you need a ride home, make sure someone goes with you. So we took the car. First of all, that price they give you online, you are never going to get that. It's impossible, because there's an admin fee. I hate admin fees personally. I think they should be included in the price. You know, there is a big car selling place in London and you see the price and then they whack an admin fee on top, and it drives me mad. Why can't they just include that in the price to begin with? But anyway, the price they gave us, 3,165. Anything they sell between £100 and £3,999.99, there's a £49.99 admin fee. It goes up to £59.99 on cars between £4,000 and £4,999.99, and £74.99 for any car over £5,000. The only way you can get out of the admin fee is if your car is worth up to £99.99, then you don't have the admin fee. Which, if my car was worth that little, I'll probably take it to a scrapyard or something. But anyway, you book your appointment, you go to your appointment, you need to take some documents with you. The V5 registration document for the car. We took the MOT, but I think they can find that out online. You need proof of your address if you take your driver's license and the address on it is different to the V5 registration document. In our case, the addresses were the same, so they were fine with that. You need to take your bank details, obviously, for when they pay you. They don't give you cash, basically the money goes into your account. That's another thing. With your money going into your account, if you have it within 4 working days, they don't charge you any extra. If you want it within 1 day, it's £24.99. Same day, £29.99. Basically, the guy told us they have a big pile of people waiting to get their money. By paying this £29.99, you go to the top of the pile. I also said to the guy at the office, do you get the $49.99 admin fee as commission? He said no. Basically, he said he doesn't get commission, but he gets a bonus on how accurately he appraises the car. So apparently they make a 3% markup because the cars they buy, they put them all into auction. And if he's very accurate, then he gets a better bonus than if he's not accurate. If he's way out, then he gets a phone call from his boss asking why he's way out. But yeah, so you turn up to the office, you take your documents, you have to obviously take the service history, and that's another thing, the service history. He said that as long as it was within, I think it was 20 months or 2 years, as long as it's had a service within then, it still counts as full service history. And it doesn't have to be a main dealer if it's out of warranty. So say your car had 3 years warranty, you don't have to take it to a main dealer and it still counts as the full service history. So our car had full service history, so that's good. Okay, so when we got there, the first thing they said was, yeah, all our details were on the screen where we put them in earlier before we booked the appointment. So the 3,165 went down to 3,000 straight away because there was one extra owner. I'd guess that there was one previous owner, there was two. So when you're putting your details in, be as accurate as possible because you'll get a more realistic price then. Okay, but just be aware that unless your car's worth less than £99.99p, you're never going to get the price they give you because you've got the admin fee. Okay, so then he walks around the car with his clipboard, doesn't say anything, he's just ticking bits, appraising the car, looking for dents, scratches, bodywork, just how good condition the car is really. He then gets into the car, switches the engine on just to check the mileage is what you said it is. And I guess check the radio works and just looks at the condition of the car. He didn't take it for a test drive. He was happy with just getting into the car and switching it on and switching it off. After this, you go back into the office. He types a lot of stuff onto the computer. You then start seeing how much you are going to get if you choose to sell it. And you don't have to sell it to him. You can do all this and just at the end of the day say, no, I'm happy not to sell it. I'll try my best to sell it elsewhere. But yeah, so they go round, they do all this and they come up with their new price. So with ours, they came up, that's the other thing, in the office it was on a little trading estate, it was just a single door, you go in, we thought there's going to be a few people in there, it's just the one guy on his own, computer, printer and a few filing cabinets, that's all it is, and his desk and a few chairs. So that's what happened with us. He types in where he's gone round and appraised your car, every little dent, every little scratch, everything he puts in, how many panels would need to be replaced to get it up to a showroom class car. I said to him, do you actually do this? Do you actually replace all these panels, you know, on a car that's sort of coming up for 10 years old? No, they don't. They just put it straight into auction. So yeah, he puts all this information in, then he comes up with the new price. The new price in our case was just over 2,000. So it's gone from 3,165 down to 2,000. But to be fair to them, with the one extra previous owner that I hadn't put down, it had gone from say 3,000 down to just over 2,000. We said straight away we're not happy with that. You know, I've been looking online, they've been going for around about 3,000. They were the ones with the 1.4 engine, ours had the 1.25, so probably expect a little bit less. But we decided, no, definitely not for just over 2 grand would we sell it to them. Straight away he says, well, I should be able to get you a bit more. I have to phone my boss to get approval, something to do with, you know, the sort of salesman talk, the whole, oh yeah, I can just force it up a little bit. So at the end of the day, they offered us £2,413.61p. That's with the admin fee taken. Without the admin fee, it was £2,463.60. But obviously they take their admin fee. I said to him, can we get out paying the admin fee? No, you definitely have to pay it. So £2,413.61p You then get asked how you want the money. Do you want it within 4 working days? It may come through sooner. Do you want it same day where you got to pay? So definitely no, I wouldn't advise that. As long as you're not desperate for the money, I'll just leave it the 4 days where you don't pay any extra. But that's the price. So it's basically gone from, say, 3 grand down to 2,413. One thing I would say is be honest with the mileage, be honest with that you've got the 2 keys, the service history, that sort of thing, because you're not doing yourself any favours. You know, they can spot it straight away. The guys there are pretty good at appraising the cars. I think they're going to, you know, they do it day in, day out. They're going to know where to look for dents, scratches, and they're going to be able to spot them. Even if it's raining and the car's got lots of rain on it, I'm sure they can spot them pretty easily. There are other sites as well. There's one called Whizzle. We put the price, same sort of thing. You put the details of the car in. With that one, they want you to send photos. So we sent some photos, and then you get different garages around the country sort of bid, and then for your car, and then they will then, the highest one you can sort of arrange. I think they'll come and pick the car up. I'm not sure how it works completely, because they were giving us quite a lot lower prices. So I know from them the top one was around about £2,700, £2,800. So I'm sort of thinking that's around about what they were going to give, but they probably would have come out and then knocked you down in price. So with We Buy Any Car, they offered £3,000 to begin with once they'd sorted out the previous owners, and they dropped that down to £2,413.61p. So at the end of the day, you know you're not going to get as much as what they originally quote you online. But in our case, the car, we didn't have any spare parking spaces, so we had to leave it on a friend's drive, which was probably about 6 or 7 miles away. If we decided to sell it privately, you got the hassle of people coming around your house wanting to test drive the car and stuff like that. We'd have to keep driving over to our friends to get to the car, moving cars around and stuff like that on the drive. So in our case, we did decide to sell it to We Buy Any Car. You know you're going to get the money through, no hassle, straight into your account. And at the end of the day, would I recommend them? I would recommend them because they do, as they say, they even advertise that you can get more selling it privately. So it's up to you. If you're happy haggling with people, and especially if your car is worth quite a lot of money, then I'd definitely sell it elsewhere. If your car's sort of our range, where it's, I don't know, 2 to 5 grand sort of thing, maybe go with We Buy Any Car if you want to get rid of it and just sell it to them. Like I said, they didn't even switch apart from switching the car on, they didn't take it for a test drive. They were happy with it. They can see from the MOT that it's got an MOT. The guy actually said to us, with older cars, they're more interested in the bodywork and that sort of thing than the mileage, and they're more interested in the bodywork than, say, the engine even, because, you know, the engine could be reconditioned. Some of the older cars, he was saying to us, the body panels, you know, it's harder to get those, whereas some of the newer ones that are made of different materials, it's easier to get. So as a company, the guy was fine. He answered all our questions. You know, it's not like they're trying to hide anything. It's not like they're trying to rip you off, because you basically know that they're a business. They're going to offer you less than what you could get selling it privately, and they make no, they're not trying to hide that fact. So yeah, we sold it to them in the end, and we're just waiting for the money to come through now. But overall, yeah, it was a good experience. Went up there, I think our appointment was 2:30. By 3:30 we sold the car. So yes, I would recommend them. If you've had any dealings with them, feel free to leave a comment. If you like the videos, feel free to subscribe. But yeah, did your selling cars to them go as well as ours, or was it different? Did they offer you pretty much what they said originally, or was it a lot less? Leave a comment below. It's interesting to see and to help other people who might be in the same situation.